this thing on? This the live do I just click the live stream button and everything just happens? I don't remember. It's been so long. Hey, what's up, Scott here with Imagination Creation Films, and today it is Friday. It is August the 11th, 2023, and it's been a minute, hasn't it? Yeah, been stuck in the wonderful world of Featureland. I don't say stuck like a negative connotation because I loved every single minute of it. It was awesome, but we wrapped 47 days of shooting, and we wrapped last night. Thus, I'm a little tired, but we're going full force. Yeah, we have some props to destroy. I haven't destroyed a good prop in a while. But a quick riddle for you: what has two thumbs and streams an anamorphic? This guy. That's right. Yeah. So we're just kind of playing around a little bit today. We got wet fingers, and we keep wiping wet all over our faces, which makes us feel like we got more wet on our faces. We're just gonna streaming a little 2x anamorphic over here because it's cool to do. I edit. You got this. It's just like riding a bike. How do you ride a bike? I forgot. I feel like I would remember if I got on one, though. Maybe that's it. Tim singing the Welcome Back Cotter song. Welcome back. Ollie, what's up, buddy? How are you? It has been 84 years in mice years? Cockroach years? I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while. Feeling a little bit better, of course, as the momentum starts to build and I start to feel the excitement of the live stream. Oh, man, I missed it. And I wanted to so bad figure out a way to live stream, but man, were the hours unpredictable. Most of this shoot took place at night, so thus we shot at night, which meant the daytime was for sleeping, which when you add all that up just destroys your entire body for 47 plus days. But I wouldn't trade a single moment of it. I really, really wouldn't. I love it. I love it. I love it. I did try testing. I had a little bit of time earlier. Tried testing if I could get the StreamYards and the restreams to actually work. Yeah, not having much luck there. But how is everyone? How are you? Hey, Gregory, how are you? You doing well? Let's see if this is updating slow or not. I don't ever know. It's always funky how that works. Yeah, I am back. Oh yeah, literally, it just popped in like 17 messages. It's only been 3 days since your Tuesday surprise live stream. What Tuesday surprise live stream? I didn't do one. Surprise, I didn't do one. Missed you too, Gregory. It's good to see you. Good to see you again, Justin. Reach anamorphic live stream. That's how we do it around here. It gives a little more room for, say, correctly pointed at comments. Yeah, would anyone care to guess which lens this is right here? It is a 2x anamorphic, and it is in the flavor of 35 millimeters. The rest is up to you. It says, Ollie, it's been a long time. My wife and I have what? It seems like only yesterday I edit. You were knee-high to a grasshopper and asking your first question. 5-month-old. Now, you probably could have said that before because I haven't been gone 5 months. Wow, wouldn't it be interesting if I had? I would have had like 3 viewers left. It definitely took a toll. I mean, hopefully Brandon Ralph explained it to you in his own words why I was unavailable. But yeah. Johnny Brooks says, wow, Scott, your live is looking even better than normal. What camera lens combo is this? Great question. And I'll leave it up to you to guess the camera and the lens. AI Scott looks almost like a carbon. It's true. It's true. Except for my 2 fingers. Or wait. Well, you know, AI is still working on the fingers. I hate this thing. But the hands and fingers are... Wow. Thanks, King. I was trying to... Thanks for leading my joke. Congrats, Ian. It's like the end of Lost in here. It was the accidental Tuesday Pocket live stream. I did not live stream. Nope. Last time I live streamed was a month ago. I did warn everybody. I did tell everybody that I was going to miss everybody, but my time was needed on another planet. I mean, on a feature, and I mean, it was a great experience. That was my first big feature, and it was awesome. I can actually talk a little bit about it now. Greg says, yes, Scott, some of us keep track of your time by your Friday live streams. Are you still using DSMC3? I am using DSMC3. I love DSMC3. Who started this nasty rumor that I was switching to ARRI? Because, like, I've heard it from certain people that I switched teams to ARRI. No, I did not switch to ARRI. Who did it? I want names. Some of y'all go give me some names and let me know who it was. Yeah. Who spreaded that? I speak good English. Who spread those rumors? Because, I mean, it got all the way to the top, and it was like, no, of course not. Why? All some fun and interesting things. How's it been to shoot on I don't have an Alexa 35. The shoot had 2 Alexa 35s, and they were cool. They were fun. They were very, 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 very heavy. Interesting point. I pulled out a red towards the last days and just shot basically the exact same thing that they were shooting with the Alexa 35. The red handled the highlights better. These were like LED neon bar signs that were like backlit and such, and the Alexa did okay with it, but the reds did better with it. I thought that was rather interesting. Hey, Scott, sorry I disconnected. Did you say what camera lens combo it is? I did not, Johnny. I said it's up to you to guess what lens and combo it is. The hint is that the lens is a 35mm 2x anamorphic. The camera, you must guess as well. Oh man, it's good to be back. We heard you move to the Mavo LF. Wow. Was I leaving the entertainment business at the same time? Are you still using the Komodo X with the 11 to 22.9? Not using the 11 to 20. Still using the Komodo X. Still using 2.9. Mavo. It's Mavotacular. It's Mavolicious. Mavolent. Mavo. Your shirt is very Alexa colored. Just say, really? I was like really happy to wear this shirt. This shirt, you know, it's taking me places. It's taking me places I've never been before. This shirt, where is? Yeah, I mean, if I could just show you, and I can't yet, that would give it away. All I can tell you is this shirt was in the movie. I'm just not trying to pat myself on the back here, but your boy landed a role in the feature. Now, not a big role, a very, very small role, but I'm in there. Actually, I'm in there multiple times. I'm in there multiple times. Multiple characters per se. And I was featured prominently and in a close-up. I'm now SAG eligible. Yeah. Had to be Taft-Hartley'd and everything. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that. Komodo X camera and maybe the Viltrox lenses. I saw those. I haven't played with those yet. It is not a Viltrox. You know what I usually do on Alexa shoots? VFX? Can you disclose how much data the 35s produced for the entire feature? Yes, I can. And I would also like to disclose how freaking accurate I was at it. We shot just over 100 terabytes. Just over. It was about 102. And I estimated that we would be between 105 and 110. Now, when you add in all the other stuff, that we're there. The Alexa 35s are pretty data intensive, but for the most part, quite enjoyable. They graded quite nicely. They looked quite nice. Anamorphic looked beautiful. It was nice. The thing that's so wild about the Aries is when you're done building it out, it's like 35 pounds. And it's not all lens. The lenses were only a small portion of it. It's a lot. Oops, the Venus Optics Proteus lenses. Final answer. Ding. Justin has scored this round. Gregory's pull your red out? Yeah. Toby Craft, what should a Komodo package rent out for? Depending on your package. Y'all missed me, didn't you? I'm pricing a basic package of X that doesn't include lens, but just kitted out with monitor, batteries, and some media. About $750 a day is about what I'm finding the market is right now. But that's depending on your market, depending on how saturated it is. But it's actually an exceptionally capable camera, and it's kind of cool. Out in the California redwoods again, Danny. In 1 week, I will be. That is, I came on to live stream. I actually foregoed the wrap party today to live stream for you wonderful folks, because I will be gone for 2 more weeks. So next Friday, and then the Friday 3 weeks. I don't know. I'll probably do a pop-up live stream. I'll have time and the ability to do that. Yeah, we're going on a wildlife filming adventure. We'll be going definitely actually to the California redwoods. That is absolutely on the tail of the list over there. But yes, indeed. Gregory says, I take my Komodo as a backup and stand by with the camera ready to take over when they notice the area is on the verge of dying and save the day. Your hat looks like one Alexa wears. It's just me. It's just same old Scott. You know what? To prove it, I will burn this prop. I will show you all. Excuse me, Rex. Rex is also very, very happy that I am back. He's really expressed his displeasure in my coming home to visit for a day, sometimes half a day, sometimes a day and a half. And he is right now laying down in his normal spot, ever so hopeful and justifiably on the wall, justifiably so, that I will not leave again without him. And the good news is he gets to go. He will be so happy. He doesn't know yet because I wouldn't be able to walk anywhere because he'd always be underfoot. But yeah, we're taking him on the adventure, and he will absolutely love it, as he always does. And I'm going to do something that, some people don't like, and I probably won't do it, but I feel like I want to. I want to vlog a little bit of where I'm going and what I'm doing and what we're doing there and all that good stuff. So, if vlogs aren't your thing, you can just ignore those. But you should watch them because, we'll be taking 4 red cameras on this adventure. Should be good. On the Line Film says, so you're saying you don't know how to get out of the shot? Oh, hey. You did awesome in it. Interesting. Hello there. It was a ton of fun. I absolutely loved it. King says live stream looks sharp. So it's either R3 or 1DX with DZ035. Like, no. It was already stated. It's Komodo X with a Proteus, a Laowa Proteus 35mm 2X. What do we got here? Gregory says, exactly, Tim, and it works like a charm most of the time. And now, if it's an Alexa 35 shoot with Komodo as a B cam, they always pay me a bit extra to bring a second Komodo and have it on standby. Waving just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just rolled on you. No, I hear you, Gregory. It's the Alexa is a very capable cam. The 35, it did very well. I really couldn't complain on it. It did very nice. We made some very beautiful images. We had this is gonna be a good one. The movie was directed by Joseph Kahn. It was also written, I think, mostly by Joseph. It had a couple of other writers. I'm assuming they're in there to help neaten it up. The DP was David Weldon, who's been on the live stream several times before. A very, very talented DP. We had Brandon Routh. We had Mina Savari. We had Melina Weissman. We had, oh gosh, Zeke, I'm so sorry. I told you I'm lousy with names. We have Zeke. You know what? I just need to pull up a call sheet. It's the only way it's going to work. It's the only way it's going to work. Let's see here. There we go. Because I'll get the names all wrong anyway. So we had Harrison Cohn. That is a horrible call sheet. There's like nobody on that one. It's been a green screen day. Oh, that's why. Oh, we already wrapped them. Okay. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. I mean, they were all truly wonderful people. I posted pictures with them all. They truly are. I'm just horrible with names. Okay. Mina Savari, Peter Wong. Absolutely hilarious dude. Deborah Wilson. Perfection. She's just awesome. Let's see. Who else? Man, I gotta cruise on down the road. I gotta find them. Let's see, that's off days. I know it's off days. It was, there we go. Let's see, this one should have some good ones on it. Let's see here. Yeah, we had Zeke Donovan Jones. That's who it was. And then we had Taya Sophia. Those two were an acting couple per se, as were Melina and Harrison. Very good. Very, very good stuff. What brand of storage did you choose for the shoot? We used the OWC, let's see, OWC, they were OWC Thunderbay 8s. Yeah, we had Thunderbay 8s with, what would have those been? Those would have had to been 16 terabyte hard drives in there, using SoftRAID, and they did quite well. There's love and hate in there. The love was if you turn on caching, you get a very, very fast dump to those drives, and we had 3 raids that we were going to, because we had to go to VFX. If you turn on the caching, it's very fast. Then comes the problem of later. There's no free ride. So you turn on caching, guess where that caching is? It's software RAID. Caching is on your computer. So you have to wait at the end of the day. You have to wait for it to catch up. So you want to quit, you gotta wait for it to write all that out. So that can be a little cumbersome. If you turn off caching, then it gets quite slow. I'm assuming you're using the SanDisk portable SSD. Ha, that's funny. No, I mean, I had one. The VFX guy, awesome dude. Sergey from Ukraine. He talked like this. He has like the perfect Ukrainian accent. I told him, I'm like, I am not making fun of you, but I am practicing your accent because it's perfection. He's like, he's okay. But he brought one of those SanDisks, and I was like, I just want you to know I can hold no liability for the data integrity on that drive. You may get away with it, you may not. He goes, well, you do what you can. It's okay. Very nice guy. We had long discussions of storage. He's doing all the VFX on the movie 75 artists in Ukraine doing it. So it's he has a lot of data sitting around, and I got him on the right path for data integrity. Nope, Johnny, you only half right. This Scott is AI. I think I saw is wearing pants. These are not pants. Oh, you couldn't see though because it's anamorphic. I'm in full shorts. In fact, I can attest that I did not once wear pants at the entire shoot. And even one day when the first AD was like, do you have pants for a particular role? I'd like to see how your live stream looks on a C70 with an RF 28 to 70. Well, I don't have a C70, so I can't show that. I will have the 28 to 70 here next week, as well as a couple other lenses that I'll be taking on my journey. Gasoline is $5.89 a gallon in California, according to high school friend vacationing there. Yeah, I will not be spending too much time in California. The current plan is we're going to shoot up through, of course, Colorado, because Colorado. Go up through Wyoming, go to Montana, go up to kind of Glacier. Oh, wait. Ha! I'm in anamorphic. I can't tell you up here. I must tell you here. Then we're going to shoot across over to Idaho and then to Washington. Spend a little time in the rainforest in Oregon and a couple of other little areas that I have over there. And then we're going to dip down into California, for the redwoods. The wife has never, well, she's seen the redwoods at Muir Park in just north of San Francisco, but she's never experienced the Avenue of the Giants or any of that. And I think she's just going to flip her lid. And then we're going to attempt to go down to Big Sur. We'll see. Big Sur is kind of a pain right now because they have that massive slide that keeps sliding. It's pretty insane. Insane in the membrane. All the AI natural language processing is glitching. It's true. It is very true. Let's see here. Danny says, I just bought OWC with software for the first time in years. I had 8 2-terabyte enterprise class SSDs laying around. This is my new travel RAID 0 for laptop editing. I tell you, Danny, I just don't trust RAID 0. I know everybody says, well, it's not for long-term storage. It's just for speed. How much speed do you have when you've lost a drive and you've lost everything, and now you have to go and get it all, put it back onto some drives and work? I can't do RAID 0. I used to play with it when I was younger, but I can't do it now. I've been hurt before. Let's just say it that way. Okay, I passed the man with no pants test. So what does a typical DIT day look like? Oh, it's great. You sit back, you chill, you sit right next to Crafty so that, you you just kind of reach over and, eat. No, it was a lot of fun. I did a lot more than just Crafty. I did a lot more than just DIT on this. Obviously, DIT was primary role, and it never took second to anything. Even when I was when I was doing my acting role, we're just doing takes after takes, and then he's like, "Scott, are you getting all this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you. No worries, I got it," and I did. But it starts with me rolling in at call. 15 minutes before call time, because that complimentary breakfast is usually better than the lunch. And the first 2 hours, it's kind of a, maybe there's something to do, maybe there's not. Towards the end of the shoot, the last, I'd say, couple of weeks, a few weeks, we got into a different rhythm, and it gave me something to do when I first got in. Joseph loves live editing, so he literally edits the movie on the fly as he's shooting it. So he knows exactly what works and what doesn't. He's got it all in his head. It's all there. He's seen the movie about 1,000 times. He has some storyboards, but it's not all translated. He has just stuff in his head that kind of hard to translate. And he would shoot, and then he'd go and watch the edit and say, okay, then we go pick this shot up, then watch it again. I mean, it was an interesting model. I certainly can see why studios don't like it, because it basically eliminates their ability to have any editorial at all. Because when he wraps, it's done. I mean, literally, the entire movie was done when we wrapped, minus the VFX and a few performance selections. But it was, I kind of enjoyed it, and I really believe the actors thoroughly enjoyed it, because they would constantly perform a couple of times, think they got it, try a couple more, feel like they got it, and then they go back to the live editor and watch it cut into the scene. Because Chancellor is this like robotic machine. I think he's sent from the future to edit movies on the fly. He doesn't even use Resolve that much. He uses Avid, but he's just pounding away on the keyboard. And I'm like, I didn't know that shortcut. That's kind of a cool shortcut. And then the movie appears. But the actors really, really enjoyed that, because they could see their performance in how it worked. They could also see, leading up to that, I actually did this, and my motion was this, and then they would adjust. And they love that. Let's see. So then the first couple hours were basically cleaning up for the day before, so cutting out proxies and such. I would do extractions. I would do a color grade, because it wasn't exactly the way Joseph wanted it to look. I think what was shot in camera was actually probably closer to what it will actually look like in theaters. But Joseph wanted to see something different on the edit. So I was basically grading all the clips and exporting those out. And then I would pass those off to Chancellor, who was almost always pretty close, but he was not afforded the luxury of, you don't trust half a petabyte of data to 100 and something degree days. So I was always in air conditioning, and he had to be really close to where they were shooting. It was constantly back and forth. It was me looking at the cards, seeing the performances, seeing where they're going next, and not allowing too much data to be written to a card. When you have enough cards, you don't want to run the risk of too much data on a card. If you only had 2 mags, then you're probably going to run them all the way through. But we had 9 mags, so we were feeling pretty good. And I would pull between 30 and 45 minutes of shooting, which was anywhere from a third to a half of the mag. But then, I go back and forth to Crafty about 67 times, and constantly refine my rig. If I had this, that would be a lot better. If I had this, it'd be better. You know what I need? I need a new mouse pad. I need a new cart. I need, that was the whole life of the DIT. But I also did BTS, so I shot tons of BTS of everything that we were doing, the lighting, the performances, just a bunch of cool stuff. And then I also did interviews with the actors. I set all those up and got some really cool stuff from that. Yeah. Fred Parr says, if you stop by Seattle area, I will buy you a drink. I may or may not stop by the Seattle area, but my wife will be with me, so I'll have to buy her a drink. But you never know. You never know. As a DIT, do you create all of your folders ahead of time? I don't. I actually do it the morning of. For a couple of reasons. One of them started early when we were doing a thrown-in day. It was a makeup day. Well, it wasn't a makeup day per se, but it was a new day that was not changing the schedule. And so if I'd done them all, then I would have still had to make that one. So I just made them every day. And I had a process. Because I would name, it would be the day, the date, and then if it was a negative or a proxy or sound. And then I would just copy and paste across everything, and then rename, copy and paste, that kind of thing. So it didn't take me like 5 minutes. It gave me something to do first thing in the morning, just set up my day. I'm using 2 Sonnet M2 4x4 PCIe cards with external cases. 8 terabyte RAID 5 SSD on each one. Yeah, I was looking at the, I think it's their U2. I'm actually working a little bit with OWC right now, hoping to get some cool stuff to show you guys, and test and review and all that good stuff. I forget which one it is. The Thunder Bay Flex, the U2. Yeah, the U2 is a Thunderbolt chassis that has, you could put in 2 4-bay blocks of M.2, which I thought was pretty cool. Danny says, I built the SSD RAID 0 as 2 units, both RAID 0, but stacked together in a RAID 1. So you're in a RAID 10 for full redundancy. So 16 terabytes, but only 8 terabytes usable. Not huge, but I have other storage for offline. Very good. Okay, I accept. I was looking at the 18 drive 2023 model year plus, so it can be expanded, with 32 terabytes of RAID 10 for my storage NAS. Will that do in a few months? I don't believe you need RAID 10. The minimum is RAID 5, but the more data you have, the more you rely on it, the more I would say RAID 6 is where you want to be. 1823 is a fine system. 32 terabytes. The good thing about Synology is you can run their Synology hybrid RAID, SHR, which is better FRS, which is not supposed to be used for RAID, but Synology figured out how to do it, and it's stable. But the advantage is you can mix match drives in there. So be careful with the 32 terabytes, because if you buy it with, say, 8 4 terabyte drives, you've neutered yourself right off the bat. I apologize. I cannot control the yawning because I drove home last night directly from set after tearing down everything, handing off all the drives to the appropriate folks. Drove all the way home, got home at 2:30, fell asleep, but woke up at 4 a.m. It was like a nap, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I haven't slept since then. So I'm hour and a half of sleep. So, that's why my jokes aren't funny. Sounds like a good director. He's an interesting guy. Every director has their quirks, their ups and downs, and he does. But I would say overall, he had a good vision. He had a good way of getting it. He has a he has a very specific way of performance in his brain. So when an actor comes there, you don't feed actors lines. So he has to kind of guide them to his performance. And it was funny. A couple of times, a couple of actors would say, "Why don't you just tell me what you want me to say?" It's kind of funny, but he does get the performances. Sometimes it takes some takes. Poor Harrison. He went through, I think it must have been 30 takes, and it was an action scene where he does a fairly violent action, and he had to do it like 30 times. And it's funny. He's a really good sport about it, and he's actually. I mean, Harrison is a cool dude. He's really chill. He's super nice, very just nice, but he plays the douchiest character. I mean, his character is the exact polar opposite of him, which was fun for him to do. It was interesting, but yeah, he had to do like 30 takes because Joseph was trying to get a performance out of another actor that he wanted. And Harrison, whew. And me and Sonnet are cool. My direction was determined by having 16 terabytes of. Yeah, I mean, you got to play with them if you got them. I get it. I've had some features shot at around 100 mags. So mags, we shot 180. I need to go take a picture of it actually. 183 mags on A-cam. We shot 42 on B-cam. We shot 10 on C-cam. And 7 on drone and a couple on GoPro. So we did a total of, on Alexa 35 alone, we did like 225 mags. I've heard of those, Greg. They never want to overwrite the mags. I mean, is that a justified move? No. In my mind, no, not at all. Because what is it gaining you? If you're writing to 2 correct storage, protected storages, there's a slight risk there that you would need those mags. If you're writing to 3, there's virtually no risk. And I would wager to say the risk is mitigated by not overwriting the mags. By the mags are probably going in the same places that the storage is going. Totally understand. I got my first Sonnet a few years ago and put it into the case the last few months when I changed the Mac Pro to the Mac Studio machine. Love them. Yeah, I have a feeling PCI's days are numbered, which is sad. Is the V-RAPTOR Super 35 still on your DP roadmap? Yes. Yes, it is. And A full review coming shortly. I have one, and I'm taking it with me on this trip, and then I'm returning it. I appreciate the exceptionally long loan. I mean, there was a feature stuck in the middle of that, but it is it's cool. It is cool, and I'll be using it with wildlife, so it's going to be cool. Have you seen the B&H deal on the Tokina's ATX 11 to 20 and the 25Z? Yeah, it's like $49 or $5,900, wasn't it? Something like that. It is very tempting. What my opinion would be is that I would rather have the 2575 and the 50 to 135 over the 11 to 20. I just find I use the 50 to 135 range more than I use the 11 to 20. I think that deal is almost over in case anyone is thinking about it. But, I mean, if you can't get a deal and you run out, I have a friend who may have been on the live stream who probably could get you a deal, maybe. I don't know how great of a deal, but a deal nonetheless. So, you know, see, that is a good prop right there. I believe you're right. So what has everybody been doing while I've been gone? Have y'all all been having fun? Have you been doing everything you're supposed to do? You've been keeping the house clean? Yeah, fresh underwear. You shot anything cool? Edited anything? Planning anything? Pre-pro? What kind of stuff? Talk to me. Tell me what you've been doing. That's a great friend. I've been on a Cine shooter rabbit hole and absolutely love it. Do you know if the wireless backpacks are still... I'm waiting for the question. Coming. They are potentially. For now, the second shooters with wireless are the interim. So you can use those. The wireless backpacks are on the roadmap. It was easier to implement the second shooter controllers over creating an entirely new product. And the backpacks would only give you 2 ports, and the second shooters give you 3. But, you know, if you happen to have a second shooter with wireless, or buy one with a discount code, or find one on eBay, you can expand it. Justin says, I've been struggling with my green screen setup. Works perfect on my Sony camera, but my new Komodo X with 21 Tokina Vista has been a challenge. After a few days, I think I solved it, maybe. What is the problem that you're having? My guess is you're trying to do the green screen off of the log image, off the RAW. And you should put a grade on it. That's what I've found. Really happy I have the new red END setup. But is it still in the box? I mean, the chances are fairly good that it's still in the box. Just saying. Yeah, I think the END is pretty awesome. I think If I were to pick one up, I would pick one up in conjunction with the V-RAPTOR Super 35. I feel like then I would have the right combo to have one that I could swap around, because it is awesome. But, you know, at 1/3 the price of the Komodo X, or a little over half the price of Komodo OG, you know, that could be a little intimidating. This is the part of the live stream where Ollie says something like, you know, he's been talking for so long, and yet there's only... Yep. Ooh, there's all the thing. Too much noise. Way too much noise. You are black shading, I'm assuming. But if not, are you putting enough light in there? You should not have much noise. Not really at all. Confession, I haven't looked at red in years, but thanks to Scott, I'm seriously considering a Raptor VistaVision. Do your research, check it out, go play with it. If you need, rent it, make an informed decision, and then, you know, never look back. V-RAPTOR is solid. I mean, it's solid. I did not get to see the HBO bake-off that they do every few years. It's in LA, it's playing, but they baked off all the major cameras against film, and then they didn't rate them. They let you rate them. They put them up on the screen. They let you determine which is which. But for low light, the VistaVision V-RAPTOR was everyone's choice. It destroyed all of the others, including Alexa 35. It was, but in the skin tone tests and the day and such, all of them, all of the cameras did very well and were fairly equal to film. So literally, what a time to be alive. Who started the Alexa that I switched to Alexa? I want to know. Greg says, I've been desperately trying to get some quality summertime with the family, but the lens cuff is picking up speed. That's very cool. Not complaining. Just want 12 more hours for every day to get things. I hear you. I can't imagine shooting a feature with young kids. That would be very difficult. Even in my peak IT days, I still had time with the kids. It wasn't as much as they ever wanted, but it was definitely more than I would have had on the feature. So I hear that. And lens cuff is worthy of doing well. I'm excited to hear that. That just makes me right. I did say it was going to be a slow burn because it was a product that people did not know that they needed until they ran into the problem where they saw somebody else solve the problem with it, and then they start wanting it. Ooh, Eric says, made a suspense short with the OG Komodo, then bought a Komodo X. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm super pumped to shoot like a short feature. I got like massively, not necessarily rejuvenated, but encouraged to do so. Yeah, so I think you'll be seeing some stuff from me. Ollie says, okay, cool. Nothing. Nothing is in the box. What's in the box? You were right about the slow burn. Yeah, I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. After the slow burn, I feel a fast burnout is imminent. Um, I would say, Greg, that it's probably going to be a roller coaster. It's going to ramp up and then it's going to ramp down. But the roller coaster is never going to stop. It may slow to a crawl, but I think you'll find that you have an initial population dump of them out there. And then you slow. And then there's all new eyes that see the value, and then you go up into the hill. Ollie says, insert sarcastic comment here. Hit the like button, everyone, while you still can. Did I read that sarcastically enough? Good point. Good point. Justin says, I posted some pics Facebook group. I'm at 40 RE on the green screen. My gut is that 60 is a little hot on talent. That feels a little hot. I would probably be like 45 on talent and maybe 35 on the green screen. The keys to the green screen are evenly lit and having a backlight on your talent so that you get some kind of light wrap that allows a good key to be pulled. I did as soon as Scott passed the man with no pants test. There we go. There's my extra like. I now have 5 likes. 22 people on the stream and 5 likes. You do the math. I'm just saying. Whew. Eric, will you be sharing that short online? Sorry, just catching up with an old friend, telling them that yes, I had indeed wrapped. Eric says the ad hoc connection stopped working in the middle of the shoot. Oh, ha. Missive focus. Creative editing was required. I hear you. I have an Apple Airport, an old one, the little box, like the little flat one. I don't know why, but that gives me an incredible range. I also use the long antennas on the Komodos. It gives incredible range, and it always seems to work. So something to consider. I literally, when I'm out doing nature, in a week I'll be doing the same thing. I will have cameras set out on tripods with like Kessler City shooters so I can move them around. And I'll have my airport hanging from a tree. I throw a rope up, pull it down, grab the airport and pull it up into the sky. And I get exceptional range on that. Sorry to hear that. Doing the festival run thing will be online early next year. Very cool. The movie we shot was called Ick. It is a comedy horror. Probably the best horror with comedy. All the above. Oh, Had to return the camera. So you literally stopped working. Like, not even happening. That's interesting. I have a hiccup. What is this? I have stuff shipping to me before my trip, and I'm very excited. Cool. I know anything that's scheduled for delivery will never actually deliver on the day it's supposed to. Ollie says, what are you going to invest in with that sweet feature dough? I have already invested in two things. I got a cart, a good cart, and I bought a set of sticks, a tripod and head. One that I've had on the list for many years. And one that once you buy, you never have to buy again. I mean, you might have to buy a bigger one, but probably not. I got an O'Connor head and sticks coming. Do not rely on wireless video. I don't know if that's 100% fair. I mean, I realize that you've been hurt, and it stings. I get that, but for the most part, very few people have had that issue. The biggest issue that people have is the range, which is always massively short because of the little stubby antenna, but you get the long antenna and you're in a much better place. Ooh. I'm very excited. This trip is going to allow me to test out a bunch of lenses, a bunch of cool things, a bunch of cool products, and they're all going to get used and abused. Here's a product that will get put through its paces very nicely. Looking forward to some quality time with that guy. We have over here. Now y'all remember I'm burning a prop, and when I burn a prop, the nose starts itching, and you know what happens. So don't forget. Ta-da. We've got this guy, the Ranger from Laowa. We have the 28 to 75, and then we have the 75 to 180, I believe it is. We have both of those. The 180 is definitely going to get a lot of use in some of the wildlife stuff. We also have some Canon lenses going to be used, and hopefully testing out one. I don't have. It's not a guarantee, but it's possible. Ollie says, O'Connor, baby, congrats. Yeah, I got a used 1030 HDS, which will suit me wonderfully. O'Connor. Funny how I used them a lot when young, but price shock in reverse. They have held their value. While today's cameras are all cheap, yeah, it's true. They do hold their value because basically the newer ones get more and more expensive, but when it comes to cameras, the newer ones get less and less expensive because electronics. CVP had a used O'Connor 1040 kit for $6K the other day. I do use sticks a fair amount, especially with wildlife stuff, and I definitely wanted some very, very strong a strong head to hold the weight and strong sticks to not move in the wind. And yeah, I think this will do. You know what I don't understand though? Why is there a small O'Connor 1040 and a large one? The ones on the syndicate list, they had that special deal, and they were doing the Flowtech, and that head, the O'Connor head, was kind of small, whereas a typical O'Connor is rather large and exceptionally bulky and heavy. I don't understand why they call them the same. O'Connor likely costs more than your Komodo X, if new. Gam! I am back, baby. I am back. We wrapped last night, literally. I got home at 2:30. And I'm back. The only thing is you can't zero out. No, that's not true. It's only you can zero out the drag on the newer O'Connors, if I'm not mistaken. It's the older ones you can't. I'm trying to remember the Model 50, I think it was like the one that there's thousands and thousands of copies of out there. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be learning something new. It's not going to bother me because I do have my Miller. It's actually what the Komodo X is on. And I love my it's a Compass 15. I love it. I just find that when it's all said and done with the Compass 15, when it's a fully rigged out long lens and there's any kind of breeze, there's a twist that can happen. And I think that's entirely fair for that to occur on something with a 100 millimeter bowl or 75 millimeter bowl is available in, and a small aluminum tripod. I did pick up a set of heavy Mitchell sticks as well. Trying out a brand, not in love with the brand per se on some things, but at other things I feel like they're okay. Being the cheap guy that I am, you could probably guess, I won't buy anything that is a straight up like ripoff, but things that are generic, I don't see a problem with. I gotta say the tripod, the sticks are massive and very stout. Loud and clear. What up? How you doing? Been a while. Yeah, I'm back. Cam, what you got going on? What are you doing? What you up to? I don't know if you ever messaged your contact, but I have not heard anything, so I'm assuming that one is kind of meh. Loud and clear. Wow, is that static electricity? It is. Ooh, this shirt is freaking me out. Oh, wait, loud and clear. Did you start the rumor? Because one of y'all started the rumor. I don't know if it was for fun or not, but started the rumor that I was switching to Area Alexa. I mean, I had people messaging me left and right. I was like, I am not switching. Not at all. Not happening. And I'm not switching to Polaroid. I'm switching to Mamiya. I purchased my 645 Pro. I'm very pleased with it. Yeah. Oh, at work? Yeah. Well, that's welcome to Windows. Have a nice day. that's why I use Macs. Except for this cumbersome machine, which is why I can't live stream properly. I'm going to have to buy a cheap Mac Mini just to live stream. I have so many Windows little machines, though. It sucks. I did try it. I tried a lot today. For like 2 hours, I sat here and played. I'm getting a refill. Tried playing with bit rates, trying to get everything right. And what I found with those streaming services, if I'm streaming at 480p, there's never a problem with the audio. 720, sometimes. 1080, always. Like that massive 3-second delay. Horrible. Cam said, I did. I have not heard back yet. I think they're wrapping up campaigns on that. I might be selling mine, though, because my team has another one. There you go. Always diversify. And I'm sure that money could be used for other purposes. I did look at the lava cart for Rock and Roller. Perfect for small. I looked at it for a long time. I signed up to get the discount. I went through the process in my brain of, well, maybe I could build that. I came really close to doing that. And then ultimately decided against it. Main thing was pushing around. We had 5 innovatives on the shoot. And when you push around innovatives all day long, you get used to the smoothness of that. Please hold for a brief noise while my adult beverage is smoothened. Loud and Clear says, bought a Komodo X last week. I wasn't going to, but they popped up in stock on B&H. Yeah. What do you think, Loud and Clear? Is it cool? I think it's pretty cool. Did you try the audio? Audio's nice. We're on the audio right now. We're using it. Cam says, I've been testing the Laowa Nanomorphs Proteus. They're amazing. And the Rangers, which are also better than expected. And Komodo X review coming soon because it's perfection. Indeed it is. I have Proteus right here. The Rangers are back here. And Nanomorphs we used on the feature, actually. We had, yum. We had a lot of lenses. We had a full set of Cooks, anamorphics, gorgeous. We had a full set of Atlas Orions. We had a full set of nanomorphs, which are neat. They are pretty cool. The jury's out, which I would choose. I don't have much seat time with the Proteus yet, but I'm interested. Now, the only thing on the Proteus that is not tickling my fancy is you see I can't do it. See the pin cushion distortion. Pincushion distortion. Not a huge fan of pincushion distortion on anamorphics. I prefer a barrel distortion. But we'll see. It may work just fine. I plan on shooting a lot of little shorts, a lot of little inspirational, hopefully smile shorts while I'm on the road again. King says, why B&H? Just walk down the street to Red Studio and pick one up. It's so simple. Cam says, yeah, it's crazy good. Completely solved the OG pain points, and it went a bit further. I completely agree with you there, Loud. It is everything that Dragon was to me. I have basically made up my mind that Dragon X is going to get sold and a V-RAPTOR Super 35 in its place. Because X does 99% of what Dragon X does. V-RAPTOR does a whole lot more, but also a little bit less. The audio in X, wonderful. The size of X, wonderful. I did pick up the DSM-C3 monitor. Other than the cable, it's wonderful. I really like it. I don't like the mount either. I would change that. I can't find the pictures. Someone had a picture of the new mount that was circulating. I can't find it. I have the old one. I remember seeing it and thinking, ooh, that was better. Now I can't remember it. King Gaming. California's a big state, and I'm on the other end of it. Innovative have great Black Friday deals. It's true. It's true. Pronounce Terry? Would it be Terry or Terhi? 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 Tell me if I'm close. I do like to learn how to pronounce everybody's name, even though I will completely forget in the future. I care. Cam says, shot a project with Komodo X and ended up using a bunch of the onboard audio. It's a lot, but it is so quiet. It's not quite sound devices, but I mean, for so much, you're not going to care. I know it was unexpected last resort. Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, I've pushed that audio on the review. I gave all the demos there. I have to go back and look at the stats. I bet no one listened to me. I said some funny things, I thought, in my audio tests. I'm very, very pleased with that audio, and I truly hope that Red incorporates that audio in every new iteration of camera. Obviously, they're not going to just add it into V-RAPTORs unless they have a update version of it. But it's cool. Justice says, someone, looking at you, Scott, needs to put together an innovative cart discount package. I agree. I would like to chat with them a little bit. I think they're very busy right now, but yeah, I think that would be cool to do. Loud and clear. The XLR breakout and locking RF mount are worth it alone over the OG. Yes. I feel like right now the red XLR breakout I think is pretty good. I am currently in the cheap mode and I'm using the Alvin's cables that are freaking 2 feet long. Doesn't the red breakout when it does ship? Doesn't it have the XLRs on it? think it does. I thought I saw it. Let's see. You got me rocking, you got me spinning sideways. Does it not? It does not. I thought I did. Okay, maybe it doesn't. I like the Red Pro IO. I'm going to wait for it to ship, and then I'm probably going to pick one of those up. But I will say two things. I can show one of them. What is it? Is it MD49? Ryan from formerly Wooden Camera. He formed a new company now. I guess he's clear of his non-compete. Where is it? There it is. And his new breakout for X is probably the best design I have seen yet. It is spectacular. Bob Gundu just posted a picture of it on the Book of Faces, and it is tremendous. In the interim, this little guy, this is the Nano Breakout. Nano Breakout from Mutiny, and there's no denying the awesomeness of this. It is spectacularly small. That gives you everything but Genlock, and you don't have the audio. But I mean, this, if you need all the other features, run stop and time code, these are really slick. I'll probably do a review on it because it solves some problems that I didn't think it was going to. But that MD, let's see if I can find it. Is it MD49? I think it's MD49. No, it's not MD. Let me just go to Mr. Goodhair. As I literally just said his name, so you know I know it, and now I've forgotten it already. The big good wasn't as bad as expected. Which ones do you have, Cam? I have the 60 and the 35. And I saw the others at Cine. I would expect the wider one to have more, but the others, I didn't notice it. Barrel's easier to correct. Yes, indeed. Dragon owners, don't forget to hit that unsubscribe button. Ollie, come on. It's still here. It's right next to it. It's literally running. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get it all patched in time for the X and get all the audio and make sure that the audio was coming down SDI and all the little fun things. Gundu. See, I knew his name. Bob Gundu. There we go. It is mid 49, not MD. So mid 49 is Ryan Short. I'm sorry, Ryan. I know I've been able to pronounce your name in the past. Really slick, really a smart design. It all goes right on the side of X, and it's clean. Asked them about the new mount. They said there was no new mount, and mine had the old one on it. Yeah, I don't know what the story is with the new mount. What I believe is that they are testing some new mount options. I don't know if the person that posted that was not supposed to, and maybe that's why I cannot find a picture of it. I don't know. Just as I do wish the onboard audio was 32-bit float. That would have been foolproof then. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to be foolproof, though. There is no replacement for proper levels. But I get it. As we are running fast and lean, mistakes happen, and 32-bit float fixes that. The only thing I would say is small moves, Ellie. Small moves. Meaning, I am glad they did this, and I think they wanted to find out, did people actually want it, need it, like it, or was Scott just full of BS? Could be. I feel like I'm vindicated, and I also feel like they are worthy of the correction, that they did a really good job on it. I feel like I can't complain. It would be nice to have 32-bit float, but I am not complaining about the audio. Now that is a fair, accurate, honest statement about it, and not something we've ever heard before in the Reds. Oh, loud and clear. No, I really don't like the SM7B. Mostly, I don't like it on my voice, which is weird because I feel like it's funny on my voice over the years. I feel like my voice is actually versatile. Like it works on so many different microphones. Like this is a lapel, and it picks up my deep, raspy, thick, smoky voice quite well. My favorites, I love the TLM 103. Which one's the smaller one? 103 or 102? I think it's the 103. The small one, the $799 one. I like that mic a lot for voice. I also like the AKG 414 and the Neumann U87. But I don't care for the SM7B. I also don't care for the fact that you have to crank up the SM7B so much to get anything out of it. I get it. It's a dynamic mic. Of course you're going to have to crank it. But I do like an SM7B on a kick drum, though. Justice says mid-49's new external breakout EB1 timecode genlock control trigger and EXT is awesome. I might cancel my Red IO order for this. That's what I'm guessing Red is afraid of right now. This solved a ton of problems. What it doesn't solve is it doesn't have any metering on it, for batteries. It doesn't allow you to use full-size batteries. And it doesn't have the cool pass-through. But for the most part, I mean, I feel like a lot of people just need this. I feel like Genlock is probably the least needed item on here. But you tell me. I mean, Genlock's in there for time code, but run, stop, control, and yep. That is awesome. What are the mounting options? I will need to circle back on that because it's mounted in a weird place right now because I was using it for the shotgun here. There's a bunch of different mounts that they have. So this one is it's hard to see. So it's an L. So you got the lip here, and then there's a lip right here. So you can mount it this way. There's another one that does kind of the opposite, another one. I have them, and I'm going to show them off. But the cool thing is you snap it in. You unplug your cable. No, you can take it out, turn it 90 degrees if you want, snap it in. It is exceptionally versatile. Also, their cable, it comes with a little tool so you can adjust the angle however you would like it. I mean, this is truly the most versatile little thing on the planet. So for compactness and weight, you can't beat this. For efficiency, sleekness, I think the mid 49, I think Ryan's got it. They loaned me the full set, but the 42 sang to me. 42 is right up my alley, Cam. 40 and 65 are my sweet spots. We had the Nanomorph 65 on the feature, and I agree, it is very good. To me, I feel like there is something magical about 40 and 65 on anamorphics 2X. Well, anamorphics in general, but mostly 2X. The 42, and then this is a 60. It's close. It's very close to those. I mean, if I had to buy one anamorphic lens, it would probably be the 65. I just of any brand, I love the 65s. I mean, that's a 32, which is conveniently wide enough on a lot of stuff, and I'll just back the truck up, no problem. Yeah, they're very cool. The nanomorphs were interesting. I could not mount. I have a bunch of different PL adapters. And the 27 would not mount on all but one, which I found interesting. It's obviously been a while since I've live streamed. I can't even talk. Yeah, the nanomorphs are really cool. I would love if they could squeeze a little more out of those. But I don't think they can, because, I mean, a little more by meaning the squeeze on those. But I can honestly say that I would use the nanomorphs on several different things. They're really good. Scott throwing out a contact reference. Come on, Justin. Everyone should know contact frontwards and backwards. Red user Facebook page. Peter Choi. Interesting. I will go find it. If you do see it, though, Ollie, link it to me, because I will already have forgotten. Justin says, Ollie, that's the video from back in May. Maybe Red decided not to bring it up. Full disclosure, because I'm a nice guy, and I'm also honest, I asked if I could get the new one when I bought mine, and I was told it doesn't really exist. My guess is they're literally working on it. So that's where I believe it's going. But I believe the GDU handle monitor mount, I think, is probably actually better. Genlock is having a moment again because it's needed for virtual. You are correct, Justin. You are correct. I'm also waiting for someone to come out with some custom shotgun mount setup for the KX. Yeah, I was literally thinking about that, Cam. I was trying like crazy using existing parts to mount a shotgun to it. My best effort was little tiny, and I had it on the NATO rail here off the side of it. And then I had the mutiny little guy right there. And then this. And then I had 3 feet of cables that I had to coil up because I was cheap with Alvin's cables. That was fairly compact. However, I hate with a passion screw-on stuff when it comes to long shotgun mics, et cetera, because every time it'll loosen up and you're like filming and all, it just come on. I think there's opportunity here, Cam. If you have some vision on this, draw it up and point it to a vendor and see if you can get it made, because there is a need. Justin says, I remember it was said it was being sent out randomly to see how it performs. It's uncertain if it will be updated at this point, basically. I'd like to see a new red EVF. Loud, I feel like, based on everything that Jared has said, I feel like we're going to see one. I feel pretty daggum certain on it. Let's see here. Ding! There it is. Okay. Now, why is he holding it? Get your hands off of it. There you go. Okay, I see. So not a huge difference. A little bit of an angle difference. I think the weak part is the cable. I think their problem, they wanted to use like a standard connector that they could get relatively affordably so that they could keep the cost down and not have to do like specialized high dollar cable connectors. But because of that, they're stuck and they're not able to get a really solid connection in there. That's my thoughts. Yes, it does. I saw that, Mike, as I was just reading at Genlock. I guess you have to do a little breakout cable with that. Kind of laughed at it. It's a combo port. Yeah, I was seeing when I read Gen on it. But yeah, this thing kills, Mike. This is it's so freaking tiny. What I would challenge Avery, and you know Avery loves a good challenge. Find a way to mount this right on the side of X, so you could just put a little cable. Because I couldn't mount it. I mean I have a limit. I don't have a cage yet on here. Limited, and I can't show you because it's literally that one. But I ended up running it around the other side and mounting it up on the NATO rail, which was fine, but it put everything on the left side, which is not where I wanted it. But yeah, this is, as they would say in Tennessee, this is slicker than snot. Really do like this, and I'll do a review on it because I like Mutiny. They're good guys. What lavalier would pair well with DJI mic using KX preamps for a light running gun setup? So, one of my favorite lavs is a Sanken COS11D. However, working with the sound guy on the feature, Fletcher Alliston, who's a total badass. He was also in my Airbnb, so we had a lot of time to chit chat. He was one of the coolest guys, definitely. He introduced me to DPA, and I've heard of DPA, but I've never used DPA. And he showed me some things. I heard a few things, and DPA, very pricey, but very nice. Plan on spending a lot of money if you're looking at them. He has the luxury of living in LA, which means you can find used DPA mics pretty cheap. But I do like the Senken COS 11D, Renee, so consider that one. It is also considered kind of it's not a staple, but it is kind of a standard. There's a lot of people that use that mic. It is a little bright to some. Justin says, why build... Justin says, why build one when you can have two for twice? Another... I have to put that in the correct one. First rule of government. Why build one when you can have two for twice the price? Great line, Justin. I actually used that one in the feature. Not in the feature, but on the feature. Michael says, Renee, pretty much any wireless law, the inputs on the KX are selectable between mic quality of the wireless systems vary for sure, but the KX won't be your limiting factor. Yeah, the KX won't be. It will be your wireless receiver, the quality of that. And what was Sennheiser thinking when they came out with their new wireless packs and their receiver is twice the freaking size of the old one? I don't know what they were thinking. But I will say, the deity, the Duff, I like to call it Duffman, the DUHS, the digital transmitter and receivers. No, transmitters and receiver. That's really cool. Look for a full review on that soon. It's very cool. Andrew spent a lot of time on that one, and I think he's done good. From a pseudo sound man guy, what I would like to see is a quad receiver, so you could have 4 transmitters. Let's see here. Damn it. Well, so much for that challenge. Let's see here. Keep your eyes open, people. Be watching. I think you're going to see the challenge was accepted before I issued it, and it was done. That's all I got to say about that. Trying to figure out a shotgun mic mounting option. The red monitor really gets in the way. It does, which is why, because I love the red handle, the angled one, until I get my cowboy handles. Putting that shotgun, that's why I had to go off the side, which ended up not being that much of a problem. I wish I could grab the tall, and there's a gap in between that you could shoot the shotgun through. I'm going to go down a shotgun kick here soon and find a good shotgun. I want to test them all. My My favorite shotgun that I had was the Senken CSR2, but I didn't use it as much as I wanted. I ended up selling it. The one I'm using now is literally just the Rode NTG2 because I don't like shotguns that much except for outdoor. And usually I'm finding myself indoors with them, which is why. What? Am I dropping? No. Why am I dropping? Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. I'm still here. Are we done dropping frames? Okay. Obviously, there was a moment when Elon said, you know, I'm going to use your satellite for a moment. Don't need that in my face. Yeah, I am very interested in that, Justin. I will find your thread, and I will monitor that one because I'm interested in it as well. Philippe, I just received the Komodo X starter pack, and I am in love with the nano batteries. Just incredible. Yes, they are incredible. The Core makes both the nano GDUs. Well, the red. I don't know who makes the. I think Core makes the little red ones. But yeah, they're adorable. They're really cool. I'm big into the Core 150s, the nanos, which GDU has the aluminized versions of, which are also equally as cool. They're good batteries. Good batteries. Jared T. What you are seeing out and about with some new customers are a small sample of premature tests for possible rolling changes. Most people will still get the original version. Just so you know, Ollie, I am most people. Red DSMC3 monitor, yep. He replied to Tyler's question on Facebook. Okay, okay. I don't believe the Sennheiser AVX system has any available plug-on transmitter either. I have no idea why. That's why I stick with a G4. I'm with you, loud and clear. I don't like the AVX system at all. I've used it many, many times. I see the allure for this scenario, but I work here, and the AVX is way too limiting, and when you try to scale it, gets in the way. What's the number one reason for you to update from Komodo to Komodo X if you don't need slow-mo? It's a fair question. There's a couple of things. Number one, built-in V-mount. Also the ability to run the red touch monitor, the DSMC3 touch monitor, which frees up an SDI port. Most likely we'll see an EVF that can be put on the X as well. If you are a person who typically runs their own audio, if you're a smaller one-man band or two-man band or what have you, the audio in Komodo X is leaps and bounds and miles above the any other red, period. Number one reason if you don't need slow-mo. I would say generically power. And I say generically power because I'm literally cheating on your answer, because the V-mount built in allows you to use more power internally, which allows you to feed the DSMC3 touch and take advantage of all of that in a compact package. I think that it's worth a lot. Is it worth the $4,000? That's tough. It depends on how much you use it. If you buy a red Komodo OG and you rig it out, it's going to be bigger than the X is for the same capability. And that's why I think the X is really slick. Plus, the onboard, or the ability to run the touch monitor, gives you the SDI port as another output. Yeah, I was dropping frames like crazy. I don't know what was going on. Renee says, I/O placements, better internal audio, half a stop to full, better dynamic range. Yes, there is more dynamic range. It's close to a full stop. In the shadows, it's also on the highlights. Native V-mount, yes. CF Express cards, also very, very positive. The USB-C plug-in for red control on iPhones, also a positive. All of those, he asked for the number one. To me, I mean, he excluded my number one. My number one was frame rates. Oh, and also don't forget, we get slow shutter all the way down to a 1/6 of a second. So we can really drag it. All of that together equals an astounding value over OG. It really does. I have the G4 500 on my Komodo. Oh, okay. But I was sitting here. It's like, you have a Mac G4 500 megahertz. Pretty funny. Yeah, the new Theos from Deity, and it also shows you where Deity's heading. It's pretty slick. Draw between the lines. No, read between the lines. Don't draw between the lines, because teacher will be mad. Sound Devices announced a new bag location 4-channel receiver this week. It is $8,500 for the receiver. It has the option to rent 4 additional channels on the same receiver. Yeah. After this feature, I had an opinion a while back that I was going to invest in a certain company for the audio gear. And I kind of fell away from it just with the quantity of people out there with the other brand. But after this feature, I have to go back and restate my love for Zaxcom. Zaxcom builds one hell of a sound engineer's system. I mean, the whole thing is designed for features. It's incredible. It's very pricey. Sound devices, there's literally nothing wrong with them. But they're missing a few things that Zaxcom has. And I do dig the Zaxcom all over again. Will I buy one? Probably not, because I'm not going to invest that much money in that. I'm going to invest it in making images. Transmitters with internal recorders. Not sure if 32-bit or 2500 without lavalier, but at this level, kit lavaliers don't make sense. You're right. That's the cool thing about the DUHF, the new Deity system, is the Theos. I want to say Thanos, but Theos. It has built-in 32-bit float that you can remotely trigger from the app. That's cool. is really cool. Nicholas, also locking mount. I forgot about that. It is true. That is also a very good. Oh my God, there's so many things. Yeah, when I use the when I place the questions down here, it doesn't update fast, so you have to bear with me. Nicholas says, don't get me wrong, I'm a Komodo owner and I personally love the Komodo. Power is also nice on the Komodo due to low power draw, right? Yes. Komodo does what it was exactly designed for with perfection. It literally does. It is an exceptionally tiny, compact, 6K camera with a great dynamic range, very low power draw. It's cool, but there were many of us, I had to start slating myself in there as well, that were using it as A-cams. And we needed more A-cam stuff out of it. And X fits that bill. Danny says, I have an IRIX kit and like it for what it is, fast and simple. I needed something stopgap when the FCC took away the Spectrum. I know. Freaking FCC, man. They're just nonstop. I was like, here's a new area. I mean, no. No, we're going to give you this. Yeah, jeez. IRIX says digital doesn't support multiple receivers. Yes, it's one receiver per transmitter. And the receivers are sticks. I hate it. Are you using the BT Lightfield 3? I just ordered one. They seem great. I am not. But nice, I forgot about the pins for the Red DSMC3 screen. Yes, and power pass-through. If you're not shooting slow-mo, you're likely recording audio. Very fair point, Ollie. It is funny when people want to roll audio in slow motion. I'm like, why? So I would say better audio is the number one reason, but if that's worth 4K. I mean, Komodo X was not one giant fix. Well, no, it was one giant fix, but it was not one giant singular thing that fixed it. It was all of it put together, and thus it's well worth the $4,000. I'm not going to say that too loud because they'll be like, oh, we can raise the price. I grabbed a small HD 5-inch Ultra when they got. Oh yeah, they had that super sale. That was pretty good. Prefer smaller monitor for Komodo. Well, Eric, as you get older, your eyes are not going to perform the way they used to. And you're going to end up with these little things right here. They're called cheaters. And you can wear cheaters on your 5-inch, or you can get a 7-inch monitor. That's what I do. Because I refuse to wear these as much as possible. Justin says, oh, well, yes, I use the Master Infinity arm to hang my G4 Mac. It's you got a sandbag on the other side, right, to just kind of offset it. That would be. Philippe says, I just got a brand new Hydrogen 1 and I'm loving it. If it was priced $600 on launch, it would have been. No, Philippe, I don't think so. There's too many flaws in it. It needed new hardware, new operating system, and then it needed a better screen solution. I'm sorry, Jim. I know I've never met you. I would like to. I still respect the hell out of you, but I really feel like Hydrogen was not it. I respect you for everything else. Let's see here. Zaxcom regarding the other serious player, the feature for the Anton is really good. It's also very popular overseas. I'm old enough to remember the Anton. Yes, and it's a very good 16mm camera. It was the only brand in the audio game. Yeah, Yeah, Niagara. Thanks, Danny, for making me feel old now. Instantly knew what a Niagara was. FCC cost me real. Having to send in the electrodes for reassignment. Ooh, yeah. Electrodes are the bestest. They really are. They're just fantastic. But I love that you can pair them up with Zaxcom and at least electrosonic. I mean, in fairness, the retrofit on that probably didn't cost that much. I mean, it does cost R&D, but yeah, that was I mean, electrosonics. I mean, you're paying for a stout brand, very stout. How about the new Light Dome 3? Great design. I want to get my hands on it. I don't have my hands on it. I was in feature land. I have been asked numerous times by numerous manufacturers to check out a bunch of stuff. In fairness to them, I declined them all. I paused them all. I said, look, if you want to review quick, I just can't do it. If you're willing to wait until after the feature's done and then the subsequent wildlife trip, I would more than love to do a review. There will be a metric poop ton of reviews coming out soon because I have a metric poop ton of stuff to review. Look for some really good stuff coming, like lots of good stuff. Anton, the cat on the shoulder cam. I like that. It's add-on, right? Not Anton. I keep saying Anton. Add-on. Whoa. Totally caught up on all the comments? Wow. I keep wondering, is Electrosonics based in Albuquerque? Moonlighting engineers from Sandia and Los Alamos? I mean, it could be, but the truth is, Danny, that what the space that Electrosonics is in, it's not high tech. They basically entered it and created the ultra premium model. They checked all the boxes, they solved all the problems, and they priced it like you own many high performance cars. And because of that, they're the gold standard because they literally check all the boxes. They work all the time. If it's like an O'Connor head, you buy one of those, you're good for a long, long time. I mean, any manufacturer could, I mean, Deity could come out and build a Electrosonics system, not a clone, but that high level of quality. Not saying Deity is low level, just saying that elevated product line. But they would have to sell it for near Electrosonics price. There's probably not that many people that would buy it. Not that it's Deity, and that's a negative in any way. It's that there's a standard. The standard has no problems. There are no complaints with it. So do I really want to save a few $100s and try this brand, which Deity is a good company, but they're not 20, 30 years in the market? I mean, Electrosonics is awesome. Did I see Oppenheimer? I did not. I did not have a chance to go see the movies. Literally every down day. So we had we had constant splits. So we would roll every day, and then on our last day before our day off, or 2 days off, we would wrap at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and then get a day off, and then start the next day at like 6 or 7 a.m. Some days we had 2 days off, which helped. But even on those days, I was driving home. So I was never in a place where I could go home, sleep, go see a movie, spend time with the fam, and then go back. There was one exception, which was July 4th weekend, where Cynthia just happened to have the week off, and she drove to set. And she stayed with me, the Airbnb, and we went and saw Indiana Jones 5. And it's okay. It was okay. It's better than 4, but it's okay. So, no, I have not seen it yet. And I keep getting all over the place reviews on it, and that bothers me. Because I wanted to like it, but I'm afraid now that okay. Was it good? I know it's IMAX depth of field, but the amount of out of focus shots was shocking. I mean, that's not going to be fair to shoot for sure. It was truly amazing. I was worried about it being a talking head, honestly. Have you tested the Chinese Shimbo Memory 1 Pro monitor? It has this, they sent me a month ago. It looked pretty good, actually. I have not heard of it. Once I finish my shoot this weekend, I'm going to have spare 3 hours. It's 3.5, isn't it? Make sure you catch it in IMAX. Yeah, so, yeah, Ollie's right on this. That you need to catch it in IMAX film. There is digital IMAX. There's a lot of it. Somebody broke down and compared all the different IMAXs, and it was staggering. Like, IMAX gets up to like 4 or 5K of resolution on the digital, but the film is like 18K in resolution. It is staggering. A buddy of mine, he is a projectionist for IMAX, and he drove all around projecting it, setting it up for a lot of people. He actually has a really good video out there on YouTube about it. I should link to that. I should. I'll forget, but if you search for it, you'll find him. I will complete the Barbenheimer duo on Sunday when I see Barbie. I don't know. I might get a wild hair on Sunday and go see something. I might talk the fam into going. There's way too much magic thinking about wireless mics. No manufacturer strays very far from the underlying physics when it comes. Yeah, I mean you have a preamp, you have a method to transmit, which is an amplifier going out with an antenna. It's mostly preamp, and then rejection. That's it. Pretty sure about it. Around 18K for, oh, hey, Phil, for 50D. 50D. Yeah, I was really sad. I wanted to see it in the true IMAX, and I thought the Bullock IMAX in Austin would have it, and no, there are only 2. There's one in Dallas and one in San Antonio. It wasn't in Houston even. They didn't have it. The 70 millimeter print is sold out for weeks here. I mean, it's probably worth catching it in the IMAX film. I mean, just if you're going to see it, then figure out how to go see that. Incidentally, Smiling Phil, all those stills you've been posting lately, some of those are fire. Please tell me that the majestic 9-layer painting of mountains is going to be a fly-through. Please tell me that. That got to be incredible. Saw it in IMAX. Very good film. Nolan's soundscape was exhausting to me. I hear you on that, Eric. I found the same thing with Interstellar. That in IMAX, the soundscape was exhausting to the ears. Interstellar at home? Oh man, I love it. I love it. It's good. It's so very good. What is this? Ooh, I can do a heart? What does that do? Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know what that did, but I just clicked a heart. It is 6:15. What else anybody got to talk about? Because I'm getting hungry. Two large, strong margarita adult beverage things are kicking in for sure. And do remember, I will. Excuse me. I will. What was that? What was that movie? Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, Jim Carrey. Oh, and Jim Carrey's gone too. He's like no more acting for Jim or James, as he was originally called. Yeah, I'll be gone next 3 Fridays. Next 3 Fridays. Is that right? Is that right? 1, 2. Yes, next 3 Fridays I'll be gone. But I probably will throw in a random burn a prop at a remote location live stream, because I've always wanted to do it. And maybe I could do it on a Friday. Maybe I can make that happen. Nolan came out and said he does not do ADR. Everything is shot on set. It is likely Nolan's Oscar year. I don't know. I have a feeling Barbie's going to get all the Oscars. It was funny reading Joseph Kahn's review of Oppenheimer. He's like, the explosion was really underwhelming. They really missed the mark on that one. It's like, wow, way to spoil it for me. And I'm surprised I have not seen the explosion online. I thought for sure it would get posted somewhere. And so what else is there? Anything else? I mean, I could talk for days and days, but I don't want to. I want to save some of me for more, for the future. Man, I mean, this is so satisfying just sitting here. Adapted screenplay is a lock. Yeah, probably, because Barbie can't be that. Probably. Okie dokie, folks. I think it's time for me to eat. You're doing yourself a disservice watching that film on anything but IMAX 70. Yeah, I agree. I'm holding out, but I got to go somewhere to see it. Maybe I can go down to San Antonio. I can't. Well, maybe it'll still be planned. I'll go down and see my buddy. We'll go and see it in 70 millimeters. That might work. Yeah, so the whole explosion sequence was incredible. Is your cup being fuller a continuity error or a Good Friday? Well, I had it. You've been around long enough to know that I have an autofill on my cup. To engage the autofill, I go over to my console here and I type a few commands, requests, and I submit it to the correct resource, and it magically fills back up. It's still funny that people think I stole these from Pizza Hut. No, I did not. Okay, everyone, I am, oh, hey, Art. Great to see you back on Friday. Bought a city shooter and have been ramping up. We'll love to pick your brain in a couple weeks. Art, feel free to reach out anytime. I will respond and message the best I can over the next few weeks. After that, I will happily jump on a phone call and spend an hour or two making you a happy man when it comes to city shooter. Oh, if anybody is wanting a Kessler city shooter, I have a special deal that I'm going to say I have a couple of slots left on. I don't know for a fact that I do, but I'm going to beg and plead for you. But if you are looking for the cine shooter from Kessler, message me. I cannot post it. There has never been a bigger discount on the cine shooter. Message me and I will get you hooked up, and you will be cine shooting all day long and smiling like a cat in a cream factory that has lips that can smile. Adult beverages. Wow. Well, you can't even see my adult beverage. Look at that. It just, anamorphic kind of sucks. It was weird setting it up. I was like, originally it was like, okay, well, here's my frame. I was like, that's not going to work. I kept having to back it up, and then everything else kept appearing in my shot. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about. Oh, man, there's so much I wanted to actually tell you. All right, I'm breaking my rule. I have found, I'm going to find it here. You got me going sideways. You got me feeling that. That's my singing. Fine. I'm just going to grab this because I can't. Okay. I have found the solution to what I've been wanting to do in the studio here. We spent, on the feature, we spent 2 full nights in a large hardware store, turning it into another store. During that time, of course, the hardware store had to be staffed for us, but they gave us 10% off, which was nice. And I had DIT time to go and solve problems. And I have solved a problem. This is a trolley that is large and capable. I have a bunches of these. I have boxes of these. And I have rail. So there'll be a remake of Scott's sets soon. All of my flats will be on trolleys, suspended, where I can move them around and have the one thing that I wish that I could have in here, which was a open middle. Because I got this wall right here, which, this one, is protruding into the middle of my studio and prevents that. So it's been kind of a hang up on my kitchen set, as well as some other things that I wanted to do. I have the full plan now, and I have the right parts. So you're going to see some interesting changes on the sets here coming soon after my my wildlife trip. But sliding set walls, yeah, it's going to be cool. I mean, I didn't invent this, but in here, it's going to be magical. 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 Barbie and Ken have been together for years. That pink Corvette is on blocks outside the trailer. What's for dinner, Barbie? Fish sticks? Oh, it's our anniversary again. Pretty funny. Nice. Yeah, I'm really happy. The other cool thing, you know, when art department goes in, it's this is a 9.0, Ollie. This is 9.0. Both the version of the studio and the Richter scale. All the set deck that they did, some of it they rented, some of it they bought, some of it they borrowed. But you know how art departments tend to like buy something and then return it? Some of the things they couldn't return. And I got things that I've been wanting. So I've got a bunch of stuff here. I've been driving it home on the weekends, all of which to make your enjoyment and mine better here on Scott Balcom channel. That's right. I'm really excited to put all this stuff to use. Everything that I've needed, not everything, but a lot of what I've needed to take things next level. Yeah, I got it. I'm so excited. So, now that I've gotten all that off my chest, it is a great time for me to say thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Elon, for keeping my stream up, oddly enough. Did not expect that. We'll do this again very soon. I am back from my feature. I will be posting some videos. I will try to get a video out this week. No guarantees. There's the hiccups. But thank you all for being patient while I was on this feature. When we can, we will be releasing parts of behind the scenes, talking about it. The DP has already agreed to be on. I'm working on getting art department on. Kind of a struggle. I would love to get a couple of the actors on to talk about acting and working with directors. I feel like, not a guarantee, but possible. I feel like we'll get the director on, maybe the gaffer, the several levels in there to talk about not just the movie, what we can about that, but just in general. As I hope that's something that you all would enjoy. I mean, that's what I loved about this feature is it's all the things that I didn't know or that I was wondering about that filled in some blanks, and it was awesome. It's totally awesome, and I wanted to bring some of that and share it. So hopefully that's something that you all would enjoy. If not, then I'm bringing them on anyway. But yeah. Also, on set, I saw a lot of random acts of kindness. Everybody, find a way to do one. Do it anonymous if you want. Do it publicly, however. But if you can make one person smile big by doing whatever you have, or whoever you know or what have you, do it. Change someone's life positively, because I saw several of them, and the smiles that I saw on those people brought massive smiles to me. So, random acts of kindness. All right, now I'm officially going to say good evening, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, which was our catchphrase that we did every time we would see people on set, because we never really knew what time of day it was. But everyone, thank you so much for joining. I am back. I will be back on here. Rest assured, this channel is going to shoot for the stars. Keep your head held high and keep reaching for the stars. I'm Casey Kasem. Everyone have a fantastic weekend. If you wish to support me, you can become a channel member. It's always a good option. You can do the tip jar. You can do super chats. You can buy things from B&H or Amazon from down below. Anything helps. I appreciate it, because now I don't have the feature gravy train. So everyone have a fantastic weekend, and as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Random acts of kindness. They make a difference. Good night, everyone.